Hey guys! So today's movie I'm going to be discussing on the channel is the new movie from Jaume, Collett, Serra called Black Adam, which is the latest film in the DCEU. The film stars Dwayne Johnson as Black Adam, a superhero from the country of Kahndaq who is awoken from his 5,000-year slumber by a woman called Adriana, played by Serra, because apparently they need a superhero to liberate the people of Kahndaq. The only thing is, Black Adam isn't the superhero that Adriana thinks he is. He's not shy about killing people, and he doesn't want to be the savior of the people of Kahndaq. But with the guidance of Adriana, her son, and the Justice Society of America, because I guess the Justice League were busy, they include Hawkman, played by Aldous Hodge, Dr. Fate, played by Pierce Brosnan, Cyclone, played by Quintessa Swindell, and Atom Smasher, played by Noah Centineo. They hope to show Black Adam that he does have the potential to be the superhero, or I guess in this case, anti-hero that Kahndaq needs. I went into Black Adam not knowing anything about it, I didn't do any research on it, I didn't watch any trailers, I just thought it'd be best to go into it blind. And now that I've seen it, my honest reaction is that it was just about okay. Like, it's not unwatchable. I don't think it's in the same league as Morbius levels of bad, but it's definitely not good. I'm quite tired today, guys. I honestly don't have the energy, enthusiasm, or knowledge to give you an in-depth review of Black Adam, so I'm just gonna half-ass it. I mean, the movie did, so I might as well. What's really frustrating about Black Adam is that this was supposed to be like a reset for the DCEU, and you would have thought by now that they would have learned from their mistakes. But nope, you've seen one DC movie, you've seen them all. This movie ticks every familiar DC box that I was expecting it to. There's the typical opening prologue set in prehistoric times with a massive exposition dump which conveniently introduces us to the MacGuffin, which the characters are all searching for, and this time it isn't a mother box or a wishing stone, this time it's a magical crown. There's ugly visuals and a massive dependence on CGI. Excessive slow-mo action sequences. There's a weak, underdeveloped villain, shameless product placement, humor that falls flat. Like, I'm an easy target, I'll laugh at anything, I'll give it up quite easily, but so many times the jokes in this just there's pacing problems. The first two acts of this film are so rushed through, you barely get any time to get to know the Justice Society of America. Didn't get nearly enough backstory on Hawkman, and he is like the leader of that team. And the last act is just a chaotic mess. The editing is so flim-flam in places. Like, you've got characters in one location in one scene, then the very next scene they just magically show up in another location. It's just like, oh, you got there fast. Didn't know you had super speed like the Flash. When I notice stuff like that, it just illustrates a lack of care. The script is very clunky. You've got really wooden dialogue like, "You're not my maid. Oh, I'm heartbroken. Ugh." And the performances suffer because of this, because not only do they have to deliver such trite dialogue, but there's very little characterization for the ensemble. Even Dwayne Johnson, Mr. Charisma himself, looked bored in this. And he's very monotone in this. And to be honest, I'm just kind of getting bored of Dwayne Johnson showing up and doing pretty much the same thing in every film. Yeah, I get it. He's a movie star, not an actor. On the positive side, I will say it is nice to see a superhero film where the cast is very diverse. Although, I'm not sure how the world is going to respond to Dwayne Johnson playing a superhero who's supposedly from the Middle East. I will say Pierce Brosnan was surprisingly good in this. I think he was the MVP of the film for me. And also, it was nice to see some pulpier violence in a superhero movie for a change. You're seeing limbs getting torn off and like bodies getting vaporized by lightning. I mean, you don't really see any blood, but yeah, skeletons and limbs, I mean, it's better than nothing. And I will say the mid-credit scene was quite exciting, but it says a lot about a film that the best part of it was a mid-credits scene. So let's ask them 3 questions. Firstly, would I watch this again? Nah, sorry, I just wouldn't bother. Question 2, do I recommend it for you guys? I recommend Black Adam for those who like the DC movies and comic books, or if you like Dwayne Johnson type movies, like Dwayne Johnson shows up, he does his Dwayne Johnson thing. But for general audiences like myself, I don't really recommend it. I think most people are going to find it quite a slog, which is surprising to say because this movie is like 80% action, but God, I was so bored for a good chunk of it. I actually found myself nodding off in the third act. It was just the same generic type of DC CGI extravaganza fight battle stuff, and I was just like, I've seen it done before so many times. So no, I don't really recommend it. And third question, what score would I give it out of 10? There's very little redeeming qualities about Black Adam. It's just a bombastic action movie which throws so much action at the audience in hopes that it distracts them from the shoddy script. And it doesn't really bring anything all that new or exciting to the table in the superhero genre. Like, so many of the characters I've seen in other movies, like Cyclone is just Storm from X-Men, but only not as good. Atom Crasher is just Ant-Man, and him going big isn't as exciting when we first saw it in Civil War. And Hawkman is essentially Falcon, just with Wonder Woman's gold wings. So I'm gonna give Black Adam a score of 2.5 out of 10. But as always, guys, it's just one bloke's opinion. I do want to hear from you. Have you seen Black Adam? If you have, what did you make of this movie? Let your voice be heard in that comment section down below. If you have enjoyed the video, help me out with that little thumbs up button. If you want more movie, TV, and Oscars related content, don't forget to click subscribe. And if you want to follow me on any of my socials, Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd, TikTok, it's all in that video description down below. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching. For more things related to movies, TV, the Oscars, and popcorn culture, I'm Nick Carefield, and I'll see you next time.